Good evening, folks. This is your boy Master Rod,
Hey,
co-host
Mr. Swift.
Mr. Swift in the building, y'all. I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? That's my co-host right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what it be, man?
Another day, man. It's
Yeah.
cold another day.
Hey, look here. You know, let's talk to the people, man. What's going down, man?
Well, watching out in the state of the world today, everybody just needs to stay well. I always tell your loved ones you love them. You know what I'm saying? Because
Oh,
the
that's
world is cold.
100, man. I agree with you on that one, 100%.
The world is cold, man. And whatever differences you may have with a certain person, if it ain't nothing major, you need to squash that minor stuff.
Yeah,
Just
yeah, yeah.
leave that
Yeah.
outside of your whole existence. You know what I mean?
Because it really don't be nothing in the first place sometimes, anyway. You
Yeah,
know,
see that. But
people, you
you got
got,
some people they might live in a certain environment where they always gotta react. You know what I'm saying? And in a lot of situations, you ain't always gotta react to a lot of things that's going on in the world.
well, that's true too, man. But you know what I found out, man? Especially like with siblings and shit, man. You know, they carry these torches, man, and shit, man. They walking around here, man, like one is better than the next one, and really and truly, man. When I look at situations like that, man, you need to just squash it and come together because
Yeah,
we ain't got time for all the BS, as I like to say it.
yeah. But at the same
I,
time, you gotta know who to cut out your circle, man. You gotta know who to roll with. That's really positive in your circle.
yeah, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm a lovable person, so that's why I say that. Because before I have some kind of beef or disagreement with anybody, man, I'd rather talk it out and just be, as most people would say, be respectful.
You can be respectful. You can talk it out. But sometimes if a person's not seeing what you seeing, sometimes you just gotta step back away from the situation.
Well, that too. You got to, like I said, choosing your battle. That's what I
True.
like to call that. You got to
Yeah,
choose your battle.
some people can choose their battle. Other people they just have to go through it. You know,
So
it's real.
I like I said, I'm a very cool person, man, too. Like every other man till you piss me off. You
Well,
piss
that's
me
where
off.
you gotta still have a cool head prevail in the whole conversation.
Yeah.
Like like tonight, I had a little issue. Like I was telling you about the little Facebook shit. Somebody don't hack it to my shit. But I could have easily just went left. But I already see where it's stemming from and who's doing what and what area they in and the whole nine. So
Wow,
it's
man.
it's
That
all
that's
good.
and that be another subject I'd like to touch on real quick here too, man. While I'm on YouTube Live, and
Yeah.
it's your boy Master Rod. I'm gonna let it be known. Why the hell would you want to hack somebody's page? What
It's
what
just all
what,
about
what
you.
gave you whatever person it is? Whatever gave you the authority that you can just go and fuck with somebody else's shit? Excuse my
Oh,
French on this page, but hey, I'm kind of like, man, I had mine hacked before,
well, yeah, I
and I
understand. I
wish
had it
and I
hacked before
wish.
too, though. But this is more of I think somebody is really trying to be like nosy and sneak into my password and see anything that's going on, da 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 da. Da. And then there's other people that actually try to get into your account where your money is. You know what I'm saying? You might have something that's out here floating. If they're able to sit up and hack into it, they can transfer money over them quickly without you freaking knowing. You know,
Yeah, that kind of shit, man. I mean, it's crazy, man. Why would you want to be a hacker in the first place? I used to think, man, to myself,
but they
I'm
lazy. They lazy. They lazy. If I don't have to work all the goddamn time and I got this cheat code to sit up there and let me get every person's social security, every person's bank statements on my phone or my computer, then I'm gonna do that. I'm a lazy motherfucker, so I'm gonna do that.
But how do you do that? That's the thing.
Right? This is what the internet has been built for. The internet to me has always been built to break codes, to break rules, to go beyond. Just like they're doing in science, just like they're doing in everything that's going on in human beings right now. All this shit. Cloning, all this shit, bro. Putting out to the masses certain music that they want the youth to hear. Because if you think about it, when me and you were growing up, okay, there was gangster music around, right?
Yeah.
But what these kids have now is murder music. It's not gangster. It's nothing gangster about anything that they saying when they talking about I'm finna kill my op or any of his homeboys. I'm talking about all his dead homeboys. I mean, the music industry knows how to flip and make money off demon shit.
Because that's what it is, really.
I don't see any feel good songs like how when Will Smith used to have Summertime and people was getting it in, nigga. I'm talking about it's none of that anymore. There's no conscious rap to where people can be self-conscious of knowing, even though you already know, but not something to push to the mass. That's why
Right.
I kind of think Kendrick Lamar kind of like faded out because he kind of like got tired of the retinue. It's nothing but the retinue all the time.
Yeah.
I guess I just kind of look at it as a way, music fuels the soul. And no matter what the masses is trying to produce, if the majority of all the minority put out great music, it'll drown all that noise out. Because like a
Uh,
friend of mine said, these kids out here thinking it's Call of Duty and motherfucking Grand Theft Auto around this bitch. And it's not.
well, we're talking about great music. Okay, there's MZ. Let's see. It didn't send out a notification. Really?
Yeah, man, but
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, man. Look here, I'm trying to resend MZ the thing again because it didn't go to him, and I don't know why. I sent it to his Gmail, so I don't know.
let's take the time to send some shout outs to some great artists out here still doing some work. Young De Niro, go check him out on YouTube. You can go check out Royal Family. You can go check out my boy Ketra.
Oh
Bring
yeah,
him some
Keita, I want to bring him on, man, very very soon, man.
go,
I'm gonna
go
have him
check
do.
out these people, man. It's great music, man. That's probably the main reason why I push so hard for us. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm not expecting everybody to love what we love, but you know what I'm saying? After a while, when you start really thinking about it, it's just like, damn, I am kind of tired of the watered down. Instead of getting forced to hear it all the goddamn time.
Hey, hold on for a second. I'm on a phone call real quick. Okay, yeah, he just sent me a tip. So. So yeah, back to what I was saying. You're talking about great music, man. I'm gonna go back to that track that I just played a few minutes ago, man. Cause see, people need to know that there are still people out here that can do great music. It's feel good. I call it feel good music. Dance music. Whatever. It just it does something to your soul. Not this stuff that they we listen to today. Cause I listen to it and I analyze it, man. And
I
I'm
mean,
telling you, it's all watered down, bro.
Master Rod, let me ask you a question. Okay, think about it like this to a certain extent. When you hear some great old school love making music from back in the day when we grew up, the Temptations, Commodores, Four Tops, the Spinners, whoever it may be. We don't have that now to where like it's in the R&B and old school soul direction that's being pushed a lot more. It's not something more that we should hear like as we have grown up. Now you do have all these other artists that come out and they're singing about sex, 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 but you don't hear no more meaningful songs like that used to mean something when you fell in love for the first time, when you ran across that one girl that just caught your eye and she was the apple of that song. You don't even have that too much no more.
Oh no, you don't.
You pretty much just have a lot of people that's just getting a lot of stuff that's pushed into your ear. And it's just like I really do miss that. I miss that time period. I miss that time period for every generation to go through it, regardless if it elevates or evolutionized. It still should have that element.
Yeah,
It's
they
so
lost.
many
They
young
lost
cats.
the way, man.
Yeah, it's so many young cats that's out here rapping on beats that they don't even know that they got this from. This is what generation it came from. And they thinking it's something brand new. Oh no, my boy ski note face made the track today. Nigga, no, nigga. No.
Hmm.
It's like that though.
I'm telling you, it's watered down, bro. And that's why. Let me watch how I'm finna say this. A person like myself who does tracks and has been for many, 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 many years, and where the generation I come from, and I'm still a part of that generation. When I make music, man, you gonna feel it. You
That's what
you
it's
gonna feel it. You gonna feel it. You gonna see. You gonna even hear some of that old Temptations, some of that old Commodores, some of older everybody because I listen to all kind of music, man, and it's crazy how you could take it and you can fuse that shit, man. And I really haven't learned how to really do that just yet. Cause Prince did the shit. That nigga
yep.
evolutionized the fucking goddamn way shit should be. And I love Prince, man, for one reason. I'm speaking on this dude because when he came on the scene, at the time I didn't understand either. Cause I mean, hell, he's doing what I'm doing right now. This motherfucker will go in the studio and just lay tracks, man. Just lay the
As
motherfucking
he should.
tracks.
As he
And
should,
and,
because
and you
music
know,
brother had him.
and but the thing is, it's strange because where he came from, how he first started out, ain't what he was in the very end. Yeah, but he showed his side though. He showed everything, man. He showed his talent, man. His talent was,
Oh, his talent
man.
was
Oh man,
unmissable.
it was crazy, man.
His
I'm telling you.
creativity was unmissable.
You
Like
know,
Michael Jackson was the same way. In his era, in his time, and what he put out was invincible. I mean, his talent
yeah,
was invincible. He was
yeah.
the first to do
But
whatever.
Michael was like a motherfucking Elvis, man. That's what that dude was. I'm gonna tell
Michael
you
was
straight
the
up.
Elvis to me never existed. Elvis was just actually put out for people that were in a certain generation that needed someone that think that they could dance.
But guess what? Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you what, because Elvis, it wasn't so much as the music either. Elvis, that nigga was doing movies and
Man,
shit. So
Elvis
guess
jacked
what?
so many black people songs, bro. Elvis took so many. Man, look here. If people really think Elvis wrote his own stuff, do your research. Please do your research. That
Hey,
dude was a jacker.
it don't matter, man. Shit, who you think Mike was? Because Mike was jacking motherfuckers too. Now, don't think that nigga there was just doing
Hey,
shit by him.
everybody in the industry done it. Everybody in the industry has done it some kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's going to keep happening because it's called evolution. Time is going and things are evolving. So it might be a certain way that this dude heard Atomic Dog back in the day, and he just actually remixed it a certain way. And then you hear Atomic Dog in the beat, and you like, damn, that's George Clinton. But that boy, that put a little spin on it. Hey, it happened.
Yeah.
In music, man, it just whatever you got flowing in your heart, man. It doesn't matter who likes it or not. For me, as long as it's good with you, you can be straight.
You ain't never joked about that, man. But look here, man.
Oh shit.
All right now, over there now.
Woo. Shit, it was smooth while it was lasting. And it started giving me that kickback.
Damn, is it that track?
Taraji from Team. And I'm gonna try to most likely get him on here for a nice little interview.
Who that?
Him and the squad. My partner Taraji from Supreme Team. They got a podcast also, sir. And it's not
for real?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So you know, I'm gonna try to reach out with them boys and make things happen with them also. Y'all got to excuse my light. See, I'm in the car right now. God dang it. This the spot. I ain't even gonna lie. I don't even care because smoking. When I'm sitting there smoking, niggas is like, yeah, talking to the goulash man. Can't forget, shout out to my boy Kimpo, Mr. G5. That's fam over there, man. My nigga David Momo. Junior Momo. Call him Mr. Momo.
the haze. Look at my eyes, shit red. I've been really in the haze. I've been lost since a teen. 20s hit me real peak. I've been lost since a teen. 20s hit me real peak. I've been lost since a teen. 20s hit me real peak. I've been lost since a teen. 20s hit me real peak. I've been lost.
It's your boy Master Rod in the building, you know what I'm saying? Look here, man, that was your boy Mr. Swift. He cleaned the house with the tracks, you know what I'm saying? That was just something I wanted everybody to check out, you know what I'm saying? And I got my boy, I got my brother, no one than the other, Mr. MZ in the building. Thank you. Thank you, man.
What's going on?
Oh, man, look here, man. I'm just over here. Me and Mr. Swift flipping it around a little bit, man, burning some time here before we start our show tonight, you know what I mean? So I'm over here. Yeah, he gave me a bunch of tracks, man, so I'm kind of like, you know, checking him out, man. You know what I'm saying, man? When I tell you what, man, since we on the Master Rod show, man, we'll spin your tracks over there, man, and we'll make it do what it. You know, we'll make it do what it do.
Damn.
Yeah, let me see here.
I just want to hear what the folks got to say about the tracks you playing there, sir.
Say that again.
That's my thing. I want everybody to think about that.
Well, I'm finna play this.
Drop another one.
Yeah, I'm finna drop another one right now on you. Yeah. Yeah, damn sure do give you that flavor.
That Tribe Called Quest kind of flavor. Like I can hear Phife Dawg or something ass on this thing. God rest his soul. I think about bringing it back to that old hip hop, you know. That's like no conscience. Oh, that empty down there, man. Huh. Wow.
Yeah. Really.
Wow. Bro, it's so much to unpack in that one.
What the hell just happened?
What do you mean? What happened?
Say that again.
You said, "What the hell just happened?"
Oh shoot! I didn't think on the camera. I had everything had blacked out on my end for a minute.
Yeah, because you was blinking on my side, and I was like, "What the hell is that?" At the bottom, it's telling me to remove you. I ain't gonna remove you. I'm like, "Shit, what the fuck is going on around this motherfucker?" I said, "Damn, shit."
Yeah,
I thought
too on my phone. I was like, is that the icon going in and out or what?
I was like, "What the hell?" I said, "Okay." Anyway, on to the third track, man. Here, let's check this out. Here we go, man. You are now in the Master Rod building. Hmm. I'm about to say, man, you probably can call out on any one of these tracks, man.
Say that again.
I say you probably want to call out any one of these tracks, man. As you listening, if you say, hey, if it's track number 3, number 1, or whatever, you say that's the one I want to fuck with, because the way I see it, man, hey, any track is in trouble. You know what I mean? Ready for murder, anything, let's do it, Hey, man, I'm moving on to the 4th track, man. Look here. This your boy Master Rod up in here with your boy Mr. Swift and my other brother from another mother, Mr. MZ himself. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna keep it
1326, always spitting sick.
Yeah, you go. You gotta call it. There it is. Hey, and that's what it be, man, up in here with your boy Master Rod. We're gonna go on to the 4th track. Here we go.
That's that old school, sound like that old school trumpet or bugle from the army or something.
Y'all tell me what y'all think about this.
On the cool, that sound like something that RZA would come up with.
That bass stuff. New Orleans is in that bitch.
Hmm.
New Orleans horn is in that bitch, nigga.
Wild.
What kind of horn is it?
That's one of the New Orleans trumpets.
Okay, yeah. I said the Army bugle or something like that.
Because
know
it do give it a sound though.
Yeah, it do give it the sound. That's what's throwing me more completely off. Like, oh damn, that sounds pretty good with it.
Yeah, that's pretty wild, man. Wild track, man.
What the heck is going on with my...
Moving on to track 5. Again, this is your boy Master Roy. Hey, look here, I got your message, man. I don't know exactly what could possibly be going on with my microphone, but I don't know. You never know, man. Anyway, here we go.
God swing. When I'm done to competition. When I'm done to competition.
He ain't there.
Say that it's something in there playing. Oh, he gone. Where he go?
Backstage guy.
Oh, there you go. No. I'm trying to wait for him to come back because I want to say something about that track, but I'll wait for him to come back in or whatever. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Okay, I hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Fucking phone call came in. I tried to decline that bad boy and they kicked me out.
Say it's a part in that last track he just played. It's like a guitar, I think, maybe. I wish you could turn it more up a little bit more in that track. That part, that sound right there. Now you could go with you can make a whole nother song off that sound. Those two guitars.
Yeah.
Not the bass one. The
high frequency one that sound like BB King a little bit.
Yeah.
Like how he played, like what he
it sounds like a lead guitar. It sounds like a lead.
Yeah.
Another one. I know what. Yeah.
It's another one that it's another lead guitar on there, but it sounds more like that that old school worldly keyboard. It almost sounds like that.
Okay.
But them playing, if you listen to them, they playing they making a melody amongst each other. Play some of it again, and listen to those guitars. You're gonna see they got a whole different thing going.
It's like towards the end.
Song. No, they play it. They doing their own thing. Watch, they got a whole nother thing.
Oh, you talking about the flux guitar? See, that's the bass. And then the next thing that's gonna play is gonna be like the flux guitar, but it sounds like a keyboard. See what I'm saying?
No, not that one. That's a wah-wah. That's a wah-wah. But those two doing with that, not what? And there's one more that's gonna come in with that. You hear the set, the two. Those guitars, they got their own thing going. They pulling a whole nother stunt. Or maybe I'm drinking too much wine, but I doubt it.
I promise you, what you talking about the is at the end.
Roll it towards the end, let me see. I can't do it.
Just have to rock here some of himself. Bet, chill out.
God flame. When I'm done to competition. When I'm done to competition.
Yeah, especially right there. Especially right there.
That the one you talking about right there?
Yeah, that one for sure.
Yeah, I do see what he's saying. It does bring a different sound if you're able just to keep both of those two riding together.
Yeah, you can hear them. They got their own. They produce a whole nother melody.
Yeah, you're right about that. I'm about to go back through it and see if I can play with it a little bit.
I feel you. I feel you. Yeah, I'm just when I be listening, I'll be listening. I try to listen to everything that be going on. If
Yeah, because it's a lot. It's a lot. This the more and more I'm listening to it more myself, I hear how much everything is kind of like meshed together.
right, and with me, I'm like sometimes it just take a little mixing some of the instruments. I even
Yeah,
go with a little bit of pan and left and pan and right with certain things.
yeah,
Cause you'll be surprised once you start playing with your mix and shifting stuff left to right, you'll start seeing that a beat that's jamming can turn into a beat that's ridiculous.
true that. True that.
I've heard stories about those beats. And boy, look at here, you ain't lying though. I even had to learn a lot about mixing. I'm still learning because it's crazy when you're mixing, man. That's why I always say, man, you know this yourself. You gotta separate your traction. You gotta know where they at, man, and you gotta have control of it because if you don't, something's gonna be too high, something gonna be too low. It's just shit. On his own track, and
Yeah,
you stop
that's
all that shit right there. I
that's why
promise
that's
you.
why I always start off with that rough draft and keep a copy of that rough draft
Yeah,
so I
road drafts are
can
good. I ain't gonna lie. That's something you
transform it
can
into something
start.
totally different.
Yeah, but I've seen. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you firsthand. This
I thought
last
I
track,
sent you that R&B track.
you may have. I haven't checked the email. You know, just like all the rest of them, all of a sudden they weren't there, but then magically they all appeared.
R&B, yeah. All up in
So,
it, yeah.
you know, that's why we got this going on, man. But you know, hey, I ain't gonna lie, I like what I'm hearing. And you know me, man. I'm sitting there listening to it, and man. I'm like wishing, like, man, I wish I can just separate all the fucking shit, man. Just separate everything, you know. And you know, man,
Excuse me.
admits it, you know. And I'm like, shit. Some of this shit could be. It's like art, man. It can be something, you
Yeah,
know. Like MZ say, you know, shit. Paying left or right, man. Some shit straight up and in the midst, man, I mean, shit, you gonna pan some shit left to right for sure, but it's gonna be a lot of shit that's gonna be straight up. And man, I done heard some ridiculous mixes like he was talking about. Man, I've done it on my own, and I was like, what the fuck did I just do that? Damn, that's tight. You know,
yeah. Yeah, a
shit,
lot of times you amaze
man.
yourself, and then it's always good to make sure you let it be heard around different people so they can give their perspective also.
Yeah, but you know it. You pretty much know when you made a jamming track or not.
True.
I'm saying before, like this just me. Before I let Rodney and them hear a track, I usually try to make sure I go through all my progressions of it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I go through my little panning on the lefts and rights and do little moves like that. And then when I think that more jamming in my ear, that's when I let everybody else start listening to it. They can tell me what they think. Cause then you done did all your ideas.
true. Sometimes I'm not gonna disagree with you on that, MZ, but at the same time, sometimes like if I do something to be like at a spur of the moment, I just want to get like a feel from somebody else what they may hear. You know what I'm saying? So then when I do get a chance to get back in the lab, I can sit down on it and focus even harder.
Okay, okay.
Because a lot of people coming to a Joker just so fast, it just be like it's music. And I don't just try to put myself in a box with just one type of genre of music. Music is music, bro. You
I've
can make
always looked at it
instrumentals
like
for
that.
commercials and never think that they will ever blow up.
What was that you just said, MZ?
It slipped my mind. I was gonna say that nah, when it comes to making music, you can think in your mind, yeah, it's no genres. You just making stuff that's jamming. But for people that do put themselves in certain situations and categories, I ain't gonna tell them they putting themselves in the box. But you got those that's country, you got those that's classical, you got those that's what they call it drill trap, you got regular trap, you got country trap, you got it's a whole bunch of different branches, or should I say a bunch of different leaves off the
Yeah,
branch.
true.
So no, you don't want to you don't want
I
to
mean,
put yourself in a certain spot because there's so many different branches, so many different leaves
yeah,
that as a producer, you are the branch. There's so many different leaves that you got to nourish. So you got to kind of like what I'm saying. What I'm saying is I start working on the track. I'm sitting there working on it. Most of the time when I'm working on the track, I just immerse myself. Once I get that first sound that I like, I just immerse myself into that and start branching out on it.
yeah,
I sit back, I listen to it for a few minutes because I'm trying to please that inner me.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You can't say that, man, I'm making music to I'm making good music that I'm trying to create good music to make people feel good. Well, the way I look at when I do my tracks, when I produce it, and then I say, here, Rod, Master Rod, here, Maestro, Calls, Obese, y'all listen to this and tell me what you think. Because once I put it in their hands, I done pretty much came up with what I feel like the recipe is to make a track that's gonna make people feel good.
True that.
Now, because it's not like you're gonna start making you finna start making your signature, whatever it is that you make, and right in the middle of that process, you ain't gonna stop and then turn around to everybody and say, y'all think this gonna taste good? And then everybody say, no, you should add this, you should add this, you should add this. Then you turn around and you start cooking again. Well, it ain't your signature, whatever it is that you was making, because it's a collaboration of things. Like by then, I feel like when it comes to making like a collab, a track like that, it's usually because you collaborating with somebody. It's something that somebody is specifically looking for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then you start.
I guess basically how I was basically trying to put it all into one thing is music to me is universal. So however it comes in any shape, form, or fashion, it can be made, but it's just not something that I sit on. You know what I'm saying? It's more universal to me because I've been DJing for so long before I started doing tracks and producing. And once I really sat down at the age of 20 and really just went through so many different folds of the music game. I mean, everything from rock and roll to country to anything to techno to anything you can think of. And I look at it as, for me, I'm more universal with music instead of just, saying, okay, if somebody asked me to make a trap beat, it's no problem. Learned that a long time ago. But when it comes to a producer's mind should always want to be expanding from different sounds, different things that you come across, even different people. That's how I ended up molding myself in different music. See what I'm saying? So it makes it more universal for me.
Okay, there's a pause right there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hitting my blood. I ain't gonna talk to nobody when I'm trying to inhale.
Hey, now.
we pretty much looking at the situation the same way. Just wording it a little different.
I just love making music, man. However it comes, it's beneficial to the soul for me. Good or bad, because the way we're seeing a lot of music that is being exposed for us to listen to, like it's a lot of this stuff I don't listen to at all. And a lot of these brand new artists and top artists that are out here that just like.
Can I pause you? Can I pause you right there for a second?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, this is me. Like you say, you listening to music, right? And right before you said these new artists, this what I'm about to say. Before you say you're not feeling that young artist, you listening to music and it's not that young artist you listening to what that producer made. You're not giving that producer a chance because you really don't. This is me. I'm guilty of it too. Everybody that says, "Oh, I don't listen to them because of this," but if you a music fan like I am, I'm listening to the producer because what the new artist is doing, he's producing me some lyrics, some rap. I'll listen to him after I get through listening to the producer. But if I hear that rapper and automatically just say, "Man, I ain't finna listen to him," you might be missing out on the producer that can be the next, whatever the next big name is.
True that. I'm not gonna sit up and say I haven't listened to certain songs and tracks because it's not really about the artist most of the time. It's mostly for me just the music itself. What is it projecting? Like I get tired of repetitive talking about money, cars, clothes, hoes. I get tired of that. It's repetitive. Everybody in the world has always wanted to achieve that some kind of way, in some way, form, fashion. But when it comes to like really heartfelt shit that you can put out there to make the world think, like, okay, I give Lil Baby one song that he did, which could have been a great movement for black people alone. But as we know, everybody takes certain things to use as opportunities. You may show that your attention might be good, but then in the long run, your attention should stay on the same track. See what I'm saying?
Mm.
Even though that producer is rocking with you and making great music with you, but he's also making sure he's covering himself. See, this is what I mean by the music itself. You can listen to that producer, you can hear the movement maybe at one point in time when that person was trying to make something happen, but then if it doesn't move forward, it makes you look at it a whole nother way, as I do.
Well, the rebuttal for that, I enjoy this kind of debate, but the rebuttal for that is, if you listen to that producer and you say that track jamming, and the rapper might be trash, and it don't go nowhere, but that producer might, because of that track, you say when you first hear it, you be like, man, that track jamming. What they talking about ain't shit. Because I know we've said that before, you know, and you probably don't mess with that artist no more. But I have found myself seeing if I can find if that producer has did something for somebody else. Because I want to know, was that just a jam in one time, or do he got it?
Yeah, I understand what you mean by going and at least doing more research on that person, though. But from what I've learned, if you put something out that's majorly worldwide and it's nationally known, best believe there's going to be a lot of people checking into it, right?
Not really.
Okay, let's just say
the reason I'm gonna say that, because you know Marvin Gaye, right?
Yeah.
Marvin Gaye is world known, right?
Yeah.
I bet you can't name his most jamming album, and 9 times out of 10, 50 people, I bet 200 people wouldn't be able to name it, and I bet they all claim to be Marvin Gaye fans.
Name any of his songs or name the album?
Name his best album, his most jamming album.
His best album, to me, I would think it would be Mercy, Mercy Me, but what's going on should be the biggest one out of all the songs he's ever put out.
You would think that. But what if I told you that there's an album that he got, that if I say the name of it, you would be like, what?
Probably would. I probably would be like, what? I wouldn't put it past it, bro. I just would.
He made an album, and it's the name of it is something like Here Honey, and it wasn't even made for the public. It was made for his wife. That's hence the name Here Honey, and that album got the best jamming songs that he ever made.
Wow, you right, and that's the first time I done heard that, man. I ain't never knew that, man. Ain't that something?
Wow. See now
And see, you know, I guess that's what you get when you research, right?
Yep.
You know,
because you finding out, you know, if you really listening to it for the music, then it shouldn't be no obstacle of what's surrounding the music to keep you from hearing that music. When people jam music, they don't realize they not really just jamming that rapper. They really jamming that producer that made that music. That's why that producer is sitting in the background like, shit, y'all doing all that, but y'all know it wouldn't be happening if it wasn't for me.
True that, because there's not one person on this planet that's an acapella artist without music that's making anybody dance. I haven't seen that yet.
Exactly. So when it come to, this is gonna sound messed up, but when it comes to music, I'm like artist secondary, music first, because I'm listening. I came here to hear the music. I didn't come here to hear the artist first. You
Yeah.
know, it ain't Jay-Z wouldn't be Jay-Z if he didn't have the different tracks he had. Dr. Dre
Yeah.
wouldn't be Dr. Dre if he didn't get the tracks. Well, you know, he Dr. Dre. Any artist that you could think of that's jamming, that everybody is like, man, it's going. They don't get there without their producer, or
That's
3
true.
producers, or 6 producers, or however many different people put something down to make one of those tracks for them to go off of.
Yeah. Because you wouldn't have no storyline without the music. You wouldn't have that journey.
So I'm just saying to people, quit being, quit judging the producer who made the music along with the rapper that's rapping.
True.
Judge, because if you're thinking of yourself as a producer, you know what I'm saying? You can't. You can help it. You could be like, nah, dude, I don't feel like you jamming. I ain't gonna let you rap on my track. You could be that guy or that
Yeah.
girl. You could, you know what I'm saying? You could be that person. But I don't know too many producers that's trying to produce and get their way up the ladder that's gonna be willing to say, I'm going to judge the way I feel about how you rap. I'm going to make that decision, make me make a decision that don't let me sell my music to let more people hear. Because that's what your purpose of a producer is. A producer is producing their music to allow as many people as they can hear it. So I don't want to be judged along with the rapper that's on my track. Or I don't, you know, I just don't think that's fair.
Yeah. But but it happens though. That's the thing. It happens. So it's like, okay, how can you? All thing you can do is separate the producer from the artist after that. But if that producer doesn't stay up on his consistency like he should, and you know it's a jamming producer, what you supposed to do? Steady keep checking on them.
Well, when they stop being consistent, by then, when you've propelled yourself into a position where you where different areas gravitate to you. Perfect example. None of that the producers that produced Pitbull, I bet they didn't leave the rap game. I bet they still working with other people. You just don't know that that's who you still jamming to. Now, Pitbull's the way he rap and the music that he supposedly do, he used rap as a springboard to put himself up high enough where enough people heard him, where he could go ahead and start making the music that he was most comfortable with. And that's kind of like what he doing. That's where that's where he burned his lane at. He used the melting pot of rap to springboard himself to enough people gave him the propulsion that he needed. And usually when an artist really wants to blow up into a different genre, where do you see him at? Where do you see him mingling around at? You see him mingling around with the rappers. Why? Because those rappers are mingling around with the producers that are just sick with it, and people don't really know who they are. So if I come and mingle around with some of these rappers, they gonna take me to where, hey, this dude right here make this kind of track. You gonna love this here. Miley Cyrus. Just, slanging the name out there when she was ready to really propel herself, because her daddy, Billy Ray Cyrus. But apparently she didn't.
Been a country star.
Right. So apparently she didn't want that country crowd, because through her daddy she got that.
Yeah, she had already had that, and then on top of that, she did, when she made a little comeback, the first thing she dipped in was rap.
Exactly. Once they blew her up, what she started doing? She started singing the kind of music that she liked. And her people, the crowd that she want, is paying for it.
Yeah. You right about that, man.
So I'm trying to like produce tracks I'm less worried about the rap phase because I'm like, when me and my brothers want to attack the rap phase, we gonna do that, and there's nothing nobody can do about it. But by us broadening ourselves by making tracks, then that's twice the pleasure because your pen could be for hire then. You know what I'm saying? You could make a track and put your pen up for hire.
True that.
Ain't nobody
So
say you can't be a ghostwriter.
it's a lot of them. It's a lot of that. Because people always gonna need ideas. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's not gonna have the exact same thing. And you might have something that's kind of clever and catchy that might catch the eye of something that nobody else has ever thought of. Probably thought of it, but not really knew how to put it into words.
My idea is one of my goals is to be a producer that produces at least 5 number ones and have wrote them for somebody else.
It's not like it can't be done, bro. That's for damn sure.
That's 100% pure.
That's for damn sure. It's not like it can't be done because there's so much out here that you can send to somebody that never thought of something, and then it be so genuine, and it's just like we gotta make that happen. That's gotta be heard to the masses.
Man, look at here. One day.
It's coming, man. It's coming. I mean, like I say, I've always heard patience is a virtue, and I've seen a lot of great things happening in the music game. I've seen a lot of messed up things that are happening in the music game. But it's all about your patience and your longevity and how much you really want it. It ain't even about no money for me, man. I just love the fact that I love to do music and people acknowledge me. Just having somebody out of the blue be like, hey, man, it's such. Wow. Damn, I haven't heard that since 1995, bro. Damn.
1995.
1995. That's how long I've been out here in these streets doing these things. It tripped me out because just seeing somebody that recognized something that you did for years back, even when I was throwing these parties, I was promoting everybody that was coming up in our neighborhood that was trying to do something. If I did a track with them or somebody else did a track with them, threw them on stage. You know what I'm saying? Just to give them the light, just get the name out there because there was so many people around us that everybody had a connection some kind of way.
Man, I feel you. My first show was in October 31st, 1988.
Woo! Man, you back in the break dancing.
Yeah. My first rap show was October 31st, 1988. It was called Rap Rally Debut in Austin, Texas at Gibbons Park. I was living in Atlanta. I had flew down to Austin from Atlanta to do that show. And yes, you're right. That's back in the time when breakdancing was still happening.
Yep. Anything in 80, 85, 88 to the early 90s, all breakdancing.
Yeah, so I've been watching it for a long time. My cousin is the one that got me into music, and this was like 78 is when I first heard my cousin rap. You know what I'm saying? I was over their house in the projects, and they had this group called the Pojet Rappers, right?
Yeah.
And they had a homeboy named Big Blue. He literally was the first dude that I ever seen beatbox. This was in Gary, Indiana, in Ivanhoe Projects on everything. And my cousin then was the projects was having this little summer thing, you know what I'm saying? Because back in the day, the office of the projects would open up and they would do stuff for the families. You know, it's when the programs and stuff kind of worked like they were supposed to. But anyway, my cousin was the first person that I heard rapping about what was going on, about how things was going on. You know what I'm saying? And And when he really started, when they really got good, that's when they rap and the chicken tastes like wood. You know, a hip hop, a hibbity hip hop. That
Yeah,
song,
Yeah.
I can't remember. Maybe that was like
Rappers
in
Delight.
88. Wasn't it like 83, 84?
Yeah, I think it was Rappers Delight.
Yeah, that
Molly
was the
Marley,
name of it,
Melly
Rapper's
Mel.
Delight.
Yeah,
And I compared the way my cousin them rap and what they were saying to that, and my cousin them was killing those dudes, and I was like, dude, my cousin them got flow, and from that day, I used to bug him, man, teach me how to rap, and he was like, it ain't nothing I can teach you, it's just that you see what's happening around you, talk about it.
you know, explaining it to conversation. It's easy the same way you can get it out your mouth as talking. You just have to manifest it and pick up on the craft of it.
And when you do, you make sure you're ready for the ride, because, boy, it's a good one.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, look, I'm going to tell you, and that's on anything you do, buddy. Believe me, you have different avenues, man. So, hey,
yeah.
you
I just
know,
love music, man, and being able to. I wish I could throw a nice little gathering together of so many great artists that are out already, and just have everybody have a big old picnic party. You know what I mean?
yeah, sounds
It'd be
great.
hard to do it now because of this COVID crap.
Yeah, cool,
Yeah,
yeah.
man. That's why I said I'd rather have it like outside, so to where everybody was in a nice little park area and we had a great little old stage. And it's just like you can't do it now because of this COVID mess. So it's just like, damn, bro, you can never been able to because you can showcase yourself. You ain't got to use nobody else's club area. You can showcase yourself as long as you go find the spot. That I do know. I ain't gotta pay no digging up 2,500 for me to bring in 5 or 6 acts, and then on top of that, pack your club, sell your liquor. No, bro, I could do all that at a park myself. Have the barbecue pit going, have us a nice little snow cone thing going, also for the kids in case they out there, and then also got the grown folks area.
Mm. Think about it.
Bro, I've been through
Yeah.
motion for a long time, just seeing how things can. You can make more money generate for yourself than sitting up there paying anybody else to give them your money to generate more money for them. See what I'm saying?
Without a doubt, without a doubt.
Shit. So I'd rather just go ahead.
Why work for somebody else when you can work for yourself?
Damn right. It's just all about you getting out there and making it happen. It's not like it's things you can't find or if you're searching to come across the right person to call someone and be like, hey, do they still have this public park wide open? Can I use this park? And if somebody tell you yes, and if I need a permit or some shit, you go take care of that. At least that's your permit. You ain't got to worry about giving somebody else an extra fee on trying to help you out. Shit, I've done it for years. I ain't even gonna lie. That's why I kind of hate that this damn COVID shit is jumping out.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, man.
Shit, I don't have to barbecue me, call me. Hey, you ain't throwing no more parties, man. Ain't nobody doing no showcase. I'm like, shit, what we gonna do? We can't do it. Everything's shut down. They won't let us get out there no more.
Wow.
And the only way you can do something like that is somebody had them a nice little land, nice little house off on somewhere, and everybody got to be able to come to it some kind of place.
Right.
Not right now. Not right now. I wouldn't want to do nothing in no clubs, no dang way. It's too much going on. Too much jealousy and envy in the air, bro.
Y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Too much jealousy and envy. Hey, I wanted to ask y'all something. I want y'all opinion on this. Okay, I know y'all heard about the Young Dolph situation, right?
Who?
Young Dolph. from Memphis.
Oh, okay, the young man from the rapper from yeah,
Yeah,
Okay,
I've been hearing about that, man.
okay. This ain't about him. This is about the record label itself, Empire. He signed to also. So you got King Von that died on that record Empire. You had also Mo3. You had XX Testacion die from on that record label. Then you also had Aaliyah, which was on that record label, and then you got him. Now, to me, to some degree, do it seem like these record labels have any type of falling out for these dead celebrities? I ain't gonna just say rappers. I'm gonna say every celebrity is pretty much that died within the last, I'll say 5 years. I say I take it longer than that, 4.
What's the question though?
Do you think they're capitalizing more off these dead artists after they're gone? Because if you think about it, their music gets played more, they get streamed more, and then all of a sudden it's just wait till the next year when his anniversary come around.
Well, well, when you say it, that's business.
True, but do you think it's crooked business or do you think it's righteous business?
It's just, it's just business.
You know what? You took it right out of my mouth. It's just business.
The reason I can't say if it's crooked or is it crooked that the rappers are really trying to prove that they are what they rapping, so they're going out there and they putting themselves in situations that they don't need to be. Because if you're making this money, why are you continuously acting like that?
True that.
Now, do I feel like the labels could step up for those that are not getting the message and try to help guide them so they don't fall prey to that situation? If they're not doing that, then they could step their game up and try to do that. But you can only go so far. So, I can't really blame the labels for, in some cases, the actions of what the artists are putting themselves in.
That is true.
I agree on that one too.
I do agree. Whatever you project out there, it will come back to you 10 times fold. Whatever lifestyle that you leave, you cannot think you're going to escape. I don't give a damn how much money you got. But in the same sense, it's like the music game is not going to stop putting out these demonic spirits. It's not.
But how can
they? Earlier, when I asked them earlier, I said when we were growing up and we were listening to Barry White and the Temptations and the Pointer Sisters and stuff like that, when there was real love music and music generally, you don't have that anymore.
Well,
now we have straight demonic everything.
Hold on now. I'm gonna have to, step on the mound and throw a couple of curveballs for you, because it's a well-known fact that music been having some messed up meanings behind it for years, even before them, with who you just named.
That's true.
Some of the music that some of them made was something totally different. You know what I'm saying? You might have thought you knew what they were talking about. So it's not the demonic part on it. I wouldn't say that just started happening because it hasn't.
I don't think it started happening. I'm saying that we getting it more frequent.
Well, a lot of people are just starting to open their eyes up more. It's not that it ain't been flooding in on you. It's just that people are starting to pay a little more attention.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you see something that's so outlandish take place right in front of you, it makes you have a choice to make right then. What the hell is this going on right here? Or do you go ahead and be like, oh wow, that was great? That's your choice. You start realizing that stuff right there, y'all just pulled. That was some weird stuff you just did. Or you could be like, oh man,
yeah. It's just I'm just looking at the fold of turn of music through time. For my 46 years, just listening to so much different music, and then seeing what the music is today. What's being more glamorized and popularized towards these kids.
And that's all I can say about
You know what? Hey, hold up, man. Look, before you go on, man, it sounds like some goddamn Forrest Gump shit type going on there, man. You said that's all I got to say. I was like, damn, what did you say?
it. Dang, so it just blacked me out on that. Wow.
Oh man, nah, I'm over here tripping for real though, man. You ain't lying. I'm into it right now. I'm telling you, I'm on some more shit, bro. I'm over here. I'm high, but I'm paying attention.
But I like discussion. These are discussions.
Yeah, yeah.
No, man, Swift, I'm just gonna be real. I done been through so many aspects in music to make your head spin. This music has been entwined in my life so much. To my kids and grew up with it, and they've seen it be entwined in my life. It's been entwined in my marriage. It's my brothers and sisters can tell you from a teenager to now, music has been something that I have driven my family damn near crazy with music, but they appreciate it. And you know, for my brothers and sisters, it was always my goal to, if I can get them to like me, then I can get anybody to like me. Because when I first started, my brother used to straight tell me all the time, dude, you trash.
Wow.
You getting on my nerve. My big sister would be like, oh my gosh, will he never stop? And I kept practicing, and I just kept practicing, and I kept practicing, and then I wasn't writing. I'm like, I'm getting agitated with it. And then one day I just woke up and I could do it. And my nephew used to be the dude that was with me. He'd be like, what you over there doing? And I'd be like, I'm just rapping. And he's like, let me hear you. And I let him hear me. And he had this look on his face. In my mind, I was already set for him to be like, dude, don't do that again. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been hearing my sister and my brother then my nephew looked at me and he had this look on his face. He was like, oh, you can rap. And from that day, man, he was the only person hearing me for like, I'd say about a year and a half. And he took me over some of his boys' house that was doing their thing in music. They had a little buzz and everything. And he took me over there. And we was in there and they had some tracks and they was in there. They was blowing. So we sat down we had just got off work from Steak and Nail. And we in there, we blowing and these beats, the first one was all right, you know what I'm saying? I'm listening to him flowing. I'm sitting over there in the corner. And my nephew, I seen him peeping me a little bit, but then, I get to like his third track and we done put a couple through the air in rotation. And, everybody's feeling pretty good. And his track started jamming to me and it started calling me and they was freestyling. And I just jumped in on their ass. And when I stopped, everybody in there was looking at me like I was like had horns growing out my head. And they looked at my nephew. Then they looked back at me and it was like, dude, why y'all didn't tell us that your uncle make music? He was like, I tried to tell y'all, but y'all would never listen to me.
Yeah.
And from there, I started doing some messing around with them. This is a story within a story. We're gonna have to sit back one day and chop it up.
That's a point. Yeah, that spark, man. That's what it was. You found that spark.
A lot of times that's what it takes, man. Especially when you mess with this music. So many times I almost stopped.
it was like that for me mixing. You know, when I first was trying to learn how to mix, you know, 2 albums at one time and scratch and all that shit, because it was fucking frustrating. And
Wait,
the
I just
more and
got
more
one
I sat
question.
down,
I just got one question, Swift. Did you have the techniques?
yeah, I had TT 1200s.
Ooh,
Those are my
man.
first babies. Those are my first babies. No, those are the only turntables I recommend any DJ. Like if I
I just had to ask that question because I remember our DJ always man when we see some techniques, he act like a fiend or something way back in the day. He just but go
yeah,
ahead, cause I love DJ. Man,
in the little coffins and everything, put them in their coffins, cover them up.
there you go, there you
I got
go.
my I used to have them old uh I think it was the covers were Jam Master J covers, but
Mm-hmm.
they were Def Jam covers. You know, it had Jam Master J on it though, but it was Def Jam written on it. And I had them little banana needles. I used to
Right.
love them motherfuckers because they never would jump. They were just perfect. So when I finally got that mixing shit down, it was just like, oh my goodness, what more can I do?
Mm.
Man.
Shit, till this day, I think I wouldn't even use no CDs. I straight just use nothing but vinyl. That's the best way to DJ any party.
Man, to see a DJ messing with touching vinyls, that just the nostalgia to it, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember going to the basement parties with the DJs in there, cutting and
Yeah,
getting it on, you know what I'm saying? I remember those days
yeah.
having the
The days of
albums
having
with
the
the
days of having
markings
all
on.
the crates around you and smelling that vinyl. Oh boy, ain't nothing
Yeah,
like it. Ain't nothing like it.
man. I remember being in Atlanta going to they had basements in this apartments that we stayed on called Windy Hill and
Mm.
right in East Point.
Ah,
And
he's pointing out.
and man, I remember we used to have parties up in that mud. My boy Kahara, he was DJing. He had a nice sound system that he set up too. We used to go down in the basements in those apartments, man, and party out as teenagers.
Yeah, I think that was like the best thing I seen as being a DJ, just watching everybody dance and have a good time while you put on everything that they probably would want to hear or dance to.
Yeah,
It's nothing like the feeling. It's nothing like that feeling, bro.
I know.
That's why I kind of wish we was able to get back to it a certain way because it's some things got to shake, man. Some things definitely got to shake.
Just sitting here now thinking about Atlanta, like dang, thinking of listening to you and remembering the 1200s and the parties,
Yeah,
rap
man.
contests, rap battles. Oh man, there's so much stuff rattling around in my brain right now. I can talk about like being in Houston at a football game
I used to throw the
for
parties after the football games. Oh, that shit used to be so live.
man, I know. But no, I was talking about a rap battle. I'm walking me and my boys together. We was walking and we like how you follow the track and you like right at the end zone, right? We at
Yeah.
the end zone part and we see these dudes walking toward us and this shit like out of a movie for real. So this dude kind of, he got on a Kango and stuff, and in my mind, I'm saying this cat thing, he LL Cool J. But like out of a movie picture while we was walking past each other, it was like instant. We just bust out in a rap battle, man. Me and this cat, man, you know what I'm saying? We straight went at it for a couple of seconds. We spit some bars at each other. Our boys bigged us up, and then we walked off. Crazy.
Like it was nothing.
Yeah, it was. Now I look back on it, I'm like, man, I don't know what the hell we was thinking about, but I'm telling you on everything. We was at a football game and like it was like halftime and we was just walking. I don't know where we was going, but I remember that like yesterday, walking up on the dude thinking he think he LL Cool J. And then we just went at it. And after it was over, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, you know, we we just walked off. Man, you killed that dude. Yeah, I know. Man, that clown. Oh man, memories.
Wow, I could just see that shit.
I had on
Wow.
a Reebok Reebok jumpsuit, the red, white, and blue one
Mm-mm.
with some Reebok low cuts on. I was Reebok
Wow.
from head to toe. That shit was crazy.
Chief, it was
Memory.
cooking.
Look here, like I say, memories.
Yeah, man,
Huh.
memories.
All
If I
right,
sit down, what you say, Swift?
nah, the kids was coming to come get me saying the food was ready.
Uh,
No, I ain't
yeah,
talking about no.
that make you move.
And to make you move. But look here, while we actually talk about taking moves, man. Look here, you and I need to give ourselves a break, man. We got almost less than an hour or so when we start up Tuesday night conversations.
I'm on point. I don't know what you
I
talking
I
about.
I'm glad.
I'm
Well,
always
shit,
on point.
if I can go ahead and go eat and come back, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind joining in.
You can holler at us. We yeah, that'd be great. You can come on, holler at us. Come on through. Get a
Let me
get a
go.
view what it looked like on MG Talks box.
Let me go and get this grub in, and I sure will hit you fellas back.
All right.
That is a bet, man.
Master Rod, I appreciate it, man. MZ, man, I appreciate it.
All right. It's all good.
Y'all be safe. One love.
One love, man. Twice.
Peace.
So, hey, there you have it, man. I mean, hey, this world, it ain't big enough for us. That's for sure.
Well, I'm finna go grab me something to eat too.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing about myself over here, man. Cause
I
I
ain't gonna
do.
keep thinking. I'm finna make it happen.
Look here, I guess I will, man. Look here, like I said, we got time, man. Here, we got a little time to spare, man. So I'll see you on Tuesday night conversations, man.
All right.
All right, this is my Master Broad. I'm out of here, y'all, man. Hey, thanks for coming by, man. If you didn't come by, that's all right, man. We still had a very good time. So until next time, it's your boy Master Rod, and we are originally out of here. We'll see you.
Hey, you might want